What's up, everyone? It's Mike. If you guys are wondering where my intro music is, for some odd reason YouTube won't allow me to put it on there anymore. I don't know why. I made the intro music myself and they won't let me. Not being a YouTube partner on this channel makes it a little bit difficult because they won't let me do the things I want to do. On my other channel, I'm a YouTube partner and you can pretty much put almost anything on there and justify it. But whatever. So this video is going to be about getting good gas mileage on your Subaru, either WRX or STI. Obviously mine's a WRX, so I'm going to have more experience on it and I can tell you exactly what mileage I get. Now this video shows I'm just cruising, but there's another video that I made probably about a month ago about my car. This is before the roof rack with mud flaps. So with the roof rack, it's going to be a little bit different because the gas mileage did decrease with the roof rack. But without the roof rack, it's going to be better gas mileage. Okay, here's a few tips. You want to warm up your car. I don't warm up my car very long, but you should at least do it for a few minutes so everything's all lubricated and ready to go, so everything's all smooth. Once you do that, you can take off and drive. Now, gas mileage is all dependent on the vehicle and then your modifications and then the driver himself. So your car can be super modified, but you can always increase the gas mileage by the way you drive. Most of you guys know the small tips and tricks of getting the right fuel, the 91 octane for California, and also inflating your tires to the correct pressure. I check my tires a couple times every few months. During long road trips or before long road trips, I'll definitely check my tire pressure before I leave. But make sure it's inflated to whatever's recommended on your door. You can find it on your driver's side door, kind of on the side where your where your seatbelt is, but on the inside of the door. Okay, so the biggest factor in getting good gas mileage is the driver himself. The way you drive, the way you accelerate, when you shift, and just your driving habits in general will dictate how well your car does when it's driving, how well your gas mileage will be. So for me, I tend to shift a little bit early, and I accelerate kind of slow, and I cruise at 65 miles per hour on the freeway. Now, that's only for my commuting, so not my fun drive. My fun driving is erratic. When I want to drive fast, I'll drive fast, and when I accelerate, I accelerate. But when I'm trying to maximize my gas mileage, especially for just commuting to work when I'm not in a rush, then my accelerations are gradual shifts before 3,000 RPMs, and my acceleration is very gradual, but my cruising speed is always 65 miles per hour. What I do is I hit 65 miles per hour and then I set the cruise control and just allow myself to drive 65 miles per hour. Now my best gas mileage I've ever gotten after an entire tank was 27 miles per gallon. Now the meter above the stereo where the clock is, it shows a general idea of what you would get on your car for miles per gallon, but it's not exactly super accurate. So it's about, what I factored it is about like 1 and 1.5 miles per gallon off. So I factored about 27 miles per gallon was what I actually got. Now that's amazing for a WRX. I don't know if you guys have gotten the same, but this is before my roof rack. On the meter itself, it showed the best was like 30.1 or 30.5 miles per gallon, but that's like 65 miles per hour on the freeway with no braking, no acceleration. It was just like smooth sailing. But then, when you start slowing down, accelerating, then it dropped to 27. But after a full tank, I got 27 miles per gallon. So what I was saying was, the way you drive is going to dictate on how well your gas mileage is. So remember, 65 miles per hour on the freeway, and then you want to drive, you want to shift before 3,000 RPMs. You want to accelerate very, very gradual, no hard accelerations, no hitting boost or anything, and that will give you the best gas mileage, along with getting the right gas, getting the right inflation on your tires. As for gas, I have 2 gas pumps that I go to, one Chevron and one Texaco, which is essentially the same. I don't go to any other places besides Chevron and Texaco. Texaco's nearby my house, and Chevron I've always liked to put it in all my cars. Now I do notice the difference between the the two fuels. The Chevron itself, man, for some reason the car gets really spunky when I put Chevron in, and it's only this specific Chevron gas station. And for some reason on all my cars, when I put this fuel in, it's a lot better. I mean, the car accelerates a lot better, it's smoother, and I get better gas mileage with that fuel for some reason. I don't use Costco gas because I noticed that when I use Costco gas on all of my cars, on my older cars and all the way till now, I don't get good gas mileage. It might be cheaper, but in the long run, you're going to be spending more money because your gas mileage is less. I've been driving for a very long time, and I've had a lot of different cars, from sports cars to V8s to 4 cylinders to a little bit bitty cars to my Subaru WRX now, and I noticed that Costco gas does not give me good gas mileage. So for me, when telling you guys, I recommend not getting Costco gas. It is cheaper in the upfront when you're paying for it, but at the end of the tank, you're gonna actually be spending more, because if you just spend a few dollars more or a few cents more at a different station, you may have gotten better gas mileage there. So that's just my experience with it. Also, another thing about shifting, when I'm downshifting or when I'm driving in traffic, I don't let it ride in one gear. So what I mean is, when I say I'm in traffic and I'm just cruising at a gradual speed, I don't leave in like second gear and let the RPMs run up about 3,000 RPMs and just let it ride there. It might help my braking speed because it'll slow down the car itself without me braking, but I don't let it ride there because I figure it might be sucking up a little gas mileage since the RPMs are so high. So what I do is, if I'm in second gear and I'm in traffic, if the traffic is cruising just enough, I'll switch to the third gear and just let it ride at a lower RPM so the car is just cruising, and then I'll use my brake if I have to. But I don't let it ride in one gear. A lot of people, at least I notice on the freeways with the guys like the Civics and just all the guys that are driving manual cars, they'll let it ride in one gear, like 2,000 RPMs. Your car will be super loud, your exhaust is really loud, you're accelerating really hard, and then you decelerate really loud too, which is kind of cool. But in the end, I think it burns up more gas mileage, because I notice when I do that, it sucks up a lot of gas. So with me, I do different driving habits, just trying to figure out how to increase my gas mileage while keeping my performance stage, my performance mod on my car. So the accessport itself does have an eco map, but then I don't use it, because if I want to accelerate hard, then I want to have that option right away instead of flashing the car again. So I've been trying different things with my car, and this is what I noticed. Now, as for the roof rack, if you guys are curious, the roof rack has a fairing, it has a bike rack, and it has, I think, 48-inch bars across the car. So the mileage now, it went from, say, an average 27, which is like really, really tedious. I'm really careful with my car, to about 23 miles per gallon. So the difference may be huge, but because I was really, really careful with 27 miles per gallon. So let's say right now I'm getting about an average. I'm just not caring and I'm just driving myself, 22 to 23 miles per gallon. It's that, to be fair, 22 to 23 miles per gallon for the roof rack. Now, if I wasn't being careful without the roof rack and I'm just driving it casually, I'll be getting 24 to 25. So if you figure that, it's only about a 2 miles per gallon drop in mileage if you have a roof rack and not. The 27 miles per gallon that I got on my car was being really, really careful, measuring everything out and making sure I didn't accelerate hard. And it was hard. It was a lot of work because you had to really, really think about it. So I wouldn't recommend driving that way all the time. But if you're in no rush to go, if you're going to work and you're in no rush, then you can give it a try. But just letting you guys know, the best I've ever gotten on the car was 27 miles per gallon, which was awesome. I was super excited about it. But on average, without the roof rack, I'd say about 24 miles per gallon for sure. Moderate acceleration, 65 miles per hour on the freeway, definitely, maybe 70 once in a while. But besides that, nothing really hard. Now I get about 22, 23, maybe 24 sometimes, but definitely 22 is more the average. 21 once in a while, but that depends on how I drive. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you guys have any experience on good gas mileage on your car, just leave the comments below. But that's my suggestions for you guys. Just remember the correct fuel, inflate your tires, maybe warm up your car just a little bit before you drive. Moderate acceleration, shift before 3,000 RPMs. Don't let it ride in one gear, and 65 miles per hour on the freeway maximum. If you guys drive a little slower than that, then that's even better. But if you hit above 65, 70, 80, especially 85 or 80 miles per hour, your gas mileage drops significantly. So if you hit 65 miles per hour and just cruise it there, then you're going to get great gas mileage. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Once again, you guys are awesome. I do appreciate all the cool comments you guys are leaving down below, and I know I've helped some people buy the car, so I'm really happy about that. I'm really glad that I can help you guys. So if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below. I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you in the next video.